Hello and welcome. Today, we're diving into something really interesting, the 5 specific posture habits that are dead giveaways of a person's deep, genuine inner confidence.
You've seen them, right? That one person in a busy room who just seems completely at ease. They're not nervously scrolling through their phone for a social life raft. They just seem whole. Well, we're going to unpack exactly what's going on behind that quiet confidence. And believe it or not, it all starts with how they carry themselves.
So let's get into it. It really boils down to this tale of 2 postures. See, a lot of us, without even realizing it, use our bodies to kind of ask for attention or approval. But there's another way, what we can call a neutral stance, that tells the world you don't need a single thing from anybody else. Now, before we get to the 5 actual habits, we first have to understand what's powering them. This isn't about faking it till you make it. It's about understanding the real psychological engine behind it all, the power of internal validation.
At the very core of this is a huge psychological concept, an internal locus of control. And all that really means is you believe, deep down, that your happiness and your outcomes come from your actions. Not from likes, not from applause, not from what other people think. You're in the driver's seat of your own life.
And this chart just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? You can live in one of 2 worlds. In one, you're emotionally independent. You control your own destiny. In the other, you're socially dependent, always waiting for someone else to tell you you're worthy. I mean, that difference is absolutely everything. And here's the payoff. When you have that internal locus of control, it leads to something called self-concept clarity. Just think of it as a rock-solid sense of who you are. It's an identity that doesn't get rattled every time a notification pops up, or, every time one doesn't pop up. You're stable.
Okay, so we've covered the psychological why. Now, let's finally get to the physical what. Let's break down those 5 habits of confidence, the real, observable, physical signatures of this incredibly powerful internal state.
Yep, we're going to look at 5 of them, 5 key habits. These are the subtle clues, the little signals that tell everyone around you that you are complete, just as you are, without needing a thing from the outside world.
All right, let's kick things off with habit number 1, relaxed, open shoulders.
I mean, what a powerful image, right? When we're desperate for approval, we literally carry that tension in our bodies. Our shoulders get all hunched up and tight. But when you get your validation from within, you just stop carrying that weight. It's like a physical burden is lifted, and your shoulders naturally relax and open up.
Okay, on to our second signature habit, and this one is steady, grounded footing. Hey, remember that self-concept clarity we were just talking about? Well, this is where it shows up physically. Think about it. People who are always shifting their weight, rocking back and forth, they're subconsciously signaling an unstable sense of self. But when your footing is grounded, it sends a clear message. I'm planted, I'm present, and I am secure in who I am. Habit number 3 is actually about what you stop doing. It's about actively avoiding that huddled posture that we see all the time. You know that huddled, closed-off look? That's a posture of being on high alert. You're constantly scanning the room, trying to read how people are reacting to you. But here's the thing. When your validation comes from inside, there's no performance. You're not on stage for anybody. You can just be. And your body language shows that freedom.
Now for a really subtle one, but it's incredibly telling, habit number 4 is simply still hands.
This is so wild when you think about it. All that fidgeting, tapping your fingers, constantly grabbing your phone, a lot of that is a subconscious search for a little dopamine hit, for that little reward that comes from social validation. But still hands, they communicate a profound inner calm. They show that you're not trying to sell yourself or market yourself. You're just present.
And that leads us perfectly into our 5th and final habit, which is all about having an unhurried physical presence.
You know, the pace at which you move says so much about your priorities. If you're rushing, constantly reacting to everything around you, it kind of communicates that the external world is in charge. But a slower, more deliberate, more purposeful pace, that shows that you're on your own path, guided by your own internal compass, and you're not going to be pulled off course by every little distraction.
So you take all 5 of these habits and you put them together, what do you get? You get a body language that speaks volumes. It sends this powerful subconscious signal of abundance, that deep down feeling that you're already whole, you're already enough. So let's do a quick recap. We've got relaxed, open shoulders, steady, grounded footing, no huddled posture, still hands, and an unhurried presence. Every single one of them is telling a piece of the exact same story, a story of inner completeness.
So, what does this all boil down to? What's the big takeaway? It's about achieving what we're calling the neutral stance. And look, this isn't about being arrogant or trying to fake confidence. It's about building real, genuine power from the inside out, and then just letting your body reflect it. I want to share this quote from our source material that just absolutely nails the core idea of everything we've talked about today. It's this: true confidence is how calm you are within, and your body is the first thing that shows it. So I'll leave you with this one final thought to mull over. Your body is telling a story, whether you're paying attention or not. The only real question left is, what story do you want it to tell?